Hello guys, what's up? It's GoldieMoose1 here from AMA Gamers. I'm back on my modded Let's Play, episode 3 now already. Oh, still didn't fix the creeper holes, sorry. Um, I'm here today and I have a bunch of stuff planned, but first and foremost I want to talk about some additions to the pack. The pack just got uploaded and now we have Thaumcraft. So, there you can see a little bit of the Thaumium gear. So that's a mod I'm really excited to play with. I really like Thaumcraft. I've played a bunch of it. Ooh, that is... As you can tell, there's a whole bunch of new stuff in 1.7 version that I haven't played with. I never got really far in Thaumcraft, so it'll be interesting to see just how much stuff they really add, how much stuff that I can get completely confused with and probably use totally wrong. But hey, that's all part of Minecraft. It's all about learning. Also, there's another mod that I didn't really know was in the pack, but I'm really happy it is, because it is a mod that I used to play with all the time. Oh, got my screen stuck. There we go. It was Red Power in 1.5, I want to say, way back when, but now it seems somebody has revived it for 1.7, and now it's called Blue Power. Even has the same materials and stuff in it. Same methods of making everything, microblocks for diamond panels, everything, so that'll be really nice. I can make a lot of cool machines. The first thing I'm going to make is a project table out of that. That'll really help with crafting. In fact, I think I'm going to go do that right now. I have glass cooking up in this furnace, and I got other stuff up top to show off. Here we go. That was a chest and a whole bunch of other wood, along with a regular crafting table. So here we go. Oh, that's trapdoor. There we go. And now let's use NEI, shift click. I don't have enough wood. Here we go. Shift click in. Maybe not. And I'm missing something here, aren't I? These are planks, planks, planks. Oh, that's what I'm missing. That's stone on top. I did not notice that. Okay, I'll have to wait for that later then. I'll just chuck those in here, which also brings me to how much I got mined. Didn't really get as much gold as I wanted, but I did get that one diamond from mining that spike. I did completely, well, not completely, almost completely leveled that whole spike. I got a bunch of osmium for mechanism, whole bunch of redstone, whole bunch of iron that I'll be using a lot this episode probably, or at least getting started. I also found some of these, and I planted the bushes outside, but these, when you eat them, give you experience. And I planted those under here. These grow better in darkness, I believe, like the regular oreberry bushes, so that's why I plant them under there. I really should make that better, but I'll worry about that later. I also went and set up a small farm with a bunch of different seeds that I had found. Got flax from Blue Power, a bunch of seeds from Pam's Harvest Craft, wheat, barley, here we go, eggplant, blueberry, celery, spice leaf, coffee, garlic, beans, all sorts of stuff. And I also figured out why I wasn't getting any Harvest Craft seeds by just going like this and breaking a whole bunch of grass. That's because Harvest Craft has changed the way you get seeds for that mod. And here, right here, are the main two ways. There's a whole bunch more actually. It's a stock garden and an herb garden. And you break those and you get, see, a tea leaf, an edible root, you can't really do anything with but eat, ginger, and you put those on your crafting table. Boom, you get the seeds, plant the seeds, grow them. And then with this, beans, bell peppers, okra, and if you type in garden in NEI, you'll see that they have a lot more than just those two berry gardens. Desert, grass, gourd, water, tropical, textile, which I think just gives you cotton. I don't know if it gives you anything else but cotton. Stalk, mushroom, leafy, herb, and ground. And the ground garden gave you some nice root vegetables and such. Even gave me a potato, a regular vanilla potato, so that was kind of cool. And here's actually a couple of them right here. So, bing. So, sweet potato, rutabaga, and beet, or just some of the other things you can get. I also, as I said earlier, I did mine that whole spike. You can still see it on the mini-map, but if I run over there real fast, which I really shouldn't do because I don't have a lot of food, but yeah, whatever. More seeds, always collecting Harvest Craft seeds, because I want to make that farm much bigger, automate it eventually in the future. You see, this is a grass garden. Oats, asparagus, and barley, stuff you can get from that. As you can see, look, no spike. I dug it all. I did get that, and that's where I got the one diamond from. Got 2 things of gold ore, I think, a bunch of iron, and a whole bunch of coal. But I almost completely leveled it. Yeah, if you look here, see, I left a couple bits up, but almost completely leveled. Oh no, it's getting dark. Should really head back. The main focus of today's episode is definitely getting a Tinker's Construct smeltery set up. And I already did a couple of things off camera to get ready for that, but I left all the crafting here so I can show that to you, do a small tutorial on how to set it up and how I like to set mine up. It's really efficient and relatively easy to get started right off the bat. Here we go, almost at home. God, that redwood is just, I want to build something in there. It's just looming in the distance calling for me. So go to sleep real fast. Britannia, wow. You'll say wow every time. It's in here on your chat log. There's a new message from Britannia every time I log in, so I like just kind of seeing what they say. They're all somewhat funny like that. Here we go. Okay, to the smeltery. I got a bunch of glass cooked up, and upstairs, oh, I'm stuck on my own head. Upstairs, I got 4 stacks of seared bricks, which I just realized gave me a lot of levels. Wow, awesome. Wasn't even counting on that. But how to make seared bricks: you take your sand, you take your gravel, and you take your clay, and you put them in a crafting table in any configuration. I mean, I could even put it way over here. It's shapeless crafting. And you get 2 grout per 1 sand, gravel, and clay. And then I shift click the rest of that. So almost 3 stacks more. And I'm going to go... Oh, why is my door open? I'm going to go take some coal. Boop. Perfect. And I'm going to go put those up in the furnaces to cook. There we go. And I'll get started on building the basics of a smeltery, and then probably even getting it finished today. Okay, the first thing you need for a smeltery is you need a smeltery controller, which is just 8 seared bricks, leaving the center block open. That's the main thing you need. The second thing I like to get are seared tanks, which are the same recipe, and I usually get 5, which may seem like a little weird, but you'll see why in a sec. And this time you put glass in the middle. You see your tanks. These, you have to have at least 1, but you can have as many as you like in your smeltery. I also need, I'm going to need 6, oh man, almost enough. 6 seared faucets. I'm going to need 6 tables, not 6, sorry, 3 casting tables, and 3 casting basins. Take all the bricks back, here we go. What else am I missing? I don't think I'm missing really anything, except for I need the basic blocks to build. Here we go, need a whole bunch of seared bricks. Now let's get started building this outside. I think I'm going to put it right out here. I want it relatively close because I know, especially in the beginning, I'm going to be going to it all the time. And what you want is you want a 3x3 in the ground. And you want, well, you don't have to have it in the ground, but I usually do mine. And fill that in with seared bricks. And get rid of all these flowers nearby. And grass. Okay, there we go. And you want to put your smeltery on the side that you're most likely to interface with, which I'm going to put that on this side. And I'm going to take my seared tanks, I'm going to put 1 on either side, and I'll put 3 on top. So this, when they're not full of lava, can give you a nice view into there, or you can see your nice lava pouring out. It looks pretty cool in my opinion. And then continue the layer, outside layer. You don't have to do the corners, you can if you want to, but I don't usually because it's just a waste. Here we go. Casting tables. And then on the opposite side, I'm going to put my casting basins. Oh, I just realized I forgot something. Oh man. No. You need a smeltery drain in order to actually pour out any liquids that you get. I'm going to run upstairs because I know I'm going to need a few more seared bricks. Oh, that should be enough right there. There we go. And to make a smeltery drain, it's just 6. I said 6. And funnily enough, I'm building 6. Here we go. Put those right on top of where you want to pour into your basins and into your casting tables. So here, 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 and also here, here, and here. And then on those you want to take your faucets, just right click all of those on, and make sure this hole is facing at the outside. You don't want the big black part facing the outside, because that's it's the input, I guess you could say. And then now I got all the blocks I need, so I can finish up that. And you take your seared bricks and you finish off the layer. And do I have enough? Yeah. I'm going to do another layer. Oh, I missed. Also, try not to fall in your smeltery, especially if once you actually get lava in it, it will actually damage you. There we go. Now, there's no use in putting on the extra 6, so I won't get the added inventory space. And as you see here, the dirt was put in there. And because I have 2 layers, I now have 18 slots instead of just 9. But if I put the extra 6 on, since it's not a complete layer, it would be pointless. It wouldn't give me another 9 yet, until I get more blocks. Okay, the next thing you need is you need some sort of way to melt down your ores, which would be iron. I think I might have a couple more. Oh, no, just kidding. I already have a bucket in here. So what you want to do is you want to take some lava, which I'm going to take from that lava pool that I conveniently have nearby. Ignore the sewage. And what you really want, I really should have more buckets to make this faster, but I'm just going to use 1 or 2 buckets to show off at the beginning, and then I'll do a lot more off camera to get all 5 of the tanks filled. And all 5 tanks should really last quite some time, unless you're doing all of your ore processing with the smeltery. And I just realized I'm really, really hungry now because of all the sprinting I'm doing and the jumping. I think I'll either make a small meal or just make some bread when I get back. Or get some apples on the way there. That'll work too. See, another advantage of having these harvest craft, these are growth craft? Nope, these are harvest. Another advantage of having these harvest craft trees nearby is that you always just have a bunch of food just laying around. And as you see, diminishing returns already taking effect. I went from getting 2 drumsticks to half. And this one won't even give me a full one. Yeah, 0 hunger, so literally pointless. So I'm just going to harvest some eggplant. And you get usually 2, well that one I got 4, wow. That's pretty good. So you always get 2, I believe. I don't want to be a liar, but I'm pretty sure you always get 2, and you turn 1 into a seed, and then you get to keep the other. And I'm just going to straight up just eat these eggplants. I'm not going to use them to cook anything. But if you do look at the recipes, you can find out that there's a lot of meals that Harvest Craft adds. You know, stuffed eggplant, eggplant parm, mixed salad, garden soup, stock. You use a lot of stock later when you get some of the higher meals. And you can also just turn them straight into seeds, as I did earlier on camera. Here we go. According to Wayla, 1850 out of 4,000. So each one of these holds 4 buckets, but to get the smeltery originally started, it takes 250, or 150, I'm sorry. But now we have lava, and we can start smelting things. And the first thing you want to smelt is you want to smelt gold or aluminum brass. I believe is what it's called. I don't want to be a liar. Yep, aluminum brass. And aluminum brass, if you look in the recipes, it is a copper and aluminum alloy. So I'm going to take some aluminum. I'm going to take 8, and I think that would be 2 copper. And keep in mind that the smeltery does double your ores for you, but if you put in 1 ingot, it's only going to give you 1 ingot's worth, so don't think you can smelt them up in ingots and smelt them back. It doesn't work that way, I'm sorry. You can also smelt down buckets, as you saw. If you don't see a red bar, that means it won't smelt, so I can put gravel in there. Yeah, I say that, but I'm actually pretty sure gravel does smelt. Maybe not. If I took something like, I think stone will smelt into liquid stone, or seared stone I think is what it's called, that will actually smelt. And what I need to do is I need to get an actual ingot ready to make some ingot casts, while also getting the very basics of Tinker's Construct started, which means I need some wood, and I'll actually need that crafting table. Get a whole bunch of wood. Close my door. I don't want mobs sneaking up on me. I just need to save 1 of these logs. Here we go. So what you want is you want a whole bunch of sticks. You also want a whole bunch of planks. And you put them in this sort of pattern, and you get, oh wow, they changed that recipe. Awesome. It now makes 4 per, so that's definitely a lot better than it used to be. It used to only make 1. There we go. You get a part builder if you put a log and a blank pattern. You get a tool station if you put a crafting table. Yep. And if you just put a blank pattern and a plank, you get a stencil table. Another thing I like to get is to take that, make a chest, a pattern table on. You make a pattern chest, which they change the texture on. Looks quite nice. I actually really like it. Okay, and the basics of this. Where am I gonna put this? I'll put this outside with the smeltery. I'll have to use it anyway. Here we go. I'm gonna put the part builder. Move that plant. Part builder there. So the pattern chest needs to be next to the part builder, and the stencil table, and the tool station. And here you take your. Wow, the interface has really changed. I'm sorry, kind of shocked. So you take this, and the first thing that I'm going to want to build is I'm going to want to build a hammer, but I can't do that until I get liquid metals in the smeltery, and then I mean a lot of liquid metals. So the first thing I'm going to start with a pickaxe. And a pickaxe needs a tool binding, a pickaxe head, and a tool rod. But I'm going to get the patterns for the hammer while I'm here. So large plate, hammerhead cast, a tough binding, which is the thick X, and a tough tool rod. So there we go. And I have 1 left over, so I can actually make, let's make an excavator head pattern. So that'll dig in a, oh wow, it got dark fast. That'll dig in a 3x3 along with the hammer, but so combined you can go through mine shafts really, really fast, make your own, get a lot of materials really quickly, which is why I love Tinker's tools so much. Okay, here we go. Day, I have no idea. I don't even know what day it is. Too many days. Here we go. If we come back, there we go, sprinting. If you look in there, you've molten aluminum brass and a little bit of aluminum, so I did get the alloy mixture wrong. Oh well, I'll survive. I forgot to grab an ingot. Really contemplating just putting a hole in this back of this wall so I can reach in. Here we go. Easiest way to pour out all your metals is into blocks, which is what these basins are for, but if you don't have a 9 multiple, like I have 16 in there, you would end up having a mostly full basin and you would have to finish it off before getting any more. So the solution to that is to put an ingot on your casting table and pour the molten aluminum brass or the molten gold around it, and that'll give you an ingot cast. So you can actually pour out 1 by 1 ingots. And here we go. Now I have 3. So these are always ready to cast ingots. It's always nice. And now what you want to do is I'm going to put these, boop, boop. I'm going to put those in there. I'm going to grab a bunch of stone, or cobblestone, not stone. You'll see why I'm going to do this in a second. I'll grab 2 stacks. And to cast I should grab some iron there. I'm sorry. A little scatterbrained. There we go. Now if I go back over to the smeltery, and I stick in that iron while I do all of this, it should be done by the time I get there. And you also want to be careful that you don't make an alloy that you don't mean to. I don't believe iron makes an alloy with either of those, so I think we're fine. So if you take some cobblestone, put it in the part builder. Oops, sorry, I was putting it in the wrong slot. And I'm going to do a tough tool rod, a regular tool rod, sorry. And since this only takes a half, it gives you a stone shard, which you can then use to make another one. I'm going to make a regular binding, which also takes a half, so bam, not wasting any cobble. And then a pickaxe head, which uses 1, so now I have the 3 pieces that I need for a pickaxe. Put that back. I'm also going to put these down here just to signify that I've used them. I'm about to make casts with them. I don't need to worry about them ever again. Here we go. You take your stone bits, you take your cast off. So I'm going to put the pickaxe head, the tool rod, and the binding, and I'm going to pour cast over them. Cast of aluminum, brass, or gold. And then you can take the stone parts out, and you can also turn those into their own pickaxe, which is kind of cool. I think I'll do that right now just to show what you can really do. So take that, and you can name it whatever you want. So I'm gonna name it Little Pick, because I'm gonna make a better one much later. So little pick, stonebound, it gives you all the details that you would need to know. Stonebound makes it mine faster as it gets more damage, which is kind of cool. It also tells you the mining level, so it can mine up to iron, just like a regular stone pickaxe. But now what you can do is, there we go, it's blood red iron. Looks fantastic. 54 ingots worth. Is that you can take this, and you can just pour it straight into these casts, and you can make metal components of this. So now I have an iron tool rod, an iron binding, and everything else. But the thing is, I don't think I can use these on a regular tool. Oh, I can. Awesome. So, what do I name that one? Little pick. I'm going to name this one Bigger Pick, because I am going to make a nicer one later. So this, as you can tell, just going from stone to iron, durability 65, durability 324. But effective durability 356. I don't know what the difference is between that. I think that is when it's mostly broken, and then effective durability is when it's truly broken. But what's also nice about these is that you can repair them using stone or iron, whatever their base, the head is made out of, so you don't have to completely recreate them. Also, you can add modifiers, which if I look up ball of moss, or moss I believe, ball of moss, you can see 9 mossy cobblestone or mossy stone brick, something like that makes a ball of moss, which adds regeneration to these, so they will actually fix themselves over time. They fix themselves faster in sunlight, so it's pretty cool. And I like using that, but it's kind of hard to find mossy stone at first. And there is a way to make it, if I remember correctly. You can find moss from biomes of plenty. You can water cobblestone in a piece of wheat. Metallurgical infuser, which is the rough way, or fluid transposer, which is the way I would probably do it. Or I would actually use this method. This method is pretty easy. I have all the materials, and it doesn't use up the bucket, so it's okay. Okay, here we go. 52 ingots. I need 4 blocks for what I'm about to make, and then I'll wrap up the episode after I make it, and I show off what it can do. And we'll come back episode 4, and I'll make a hammer, and I'll make an excavator, and I'll show off what they can do right before I go mining. If you look, 3 blocks, they harden. You can right-click, get them out. I need a 4th block, which will give me, if I can do math, 16 ingots left. So I can actually pour out another block, because it is faster to pour out the blocks than ingot by ingot. So I can pour out another block, and I can go over here, take my ingot casts, take these up. There we go. And bam. And I can pour out the rest in ingots, and I don't have to worry about them not actually going in or not filling fully, because I know they will. And you right click to get them out. Oh, didn't mean to throw the glass. But I actually will start smelting sand using this, because you get a nice substance called clear glass, which if you look at normal glass, it's got all these little lines in it. Clear glass doesn't have them, and you can actually break it and get it back, so that's kind of cool. How many inks do I have left? Oh, that was the last one. Awesome. I don't know if I can put regular glass straight in there. Oh, it's smelting, so I'll see what happens. Okay, the next thing I want to build, though, is called the Tool Forge. If you look that up in NAI, it's a tool station, 3 seared bricks, and 4 blocks of iron. And yep, I memorized that recipe. They haven't changed it. Thank God. Because I don't know what I would do. The Minecraft plants. Look, they just plant themselves back. How annoying is that? It's so hard to pick them up. Fail. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry guys, this is a little bit of a longer episode than usual, but I'll try to regulate the episode length from now on. It'll probably be roughly 20 minutes apiece. Okay, here we go. Tool Forge. I'll set this down and I'll wrap it up. This acts as a regular tool station like the one I broke to make it, which is why I don't keep the original one. But as you can see, there's a whole lot more options now. So if you look, the main one is a hammer. That's the main one I really like. If you look, 3x3 area of effect, also smite, which does more damage to, I believe, skeletons. Durability high, but it digs into 3x3 of only stone and metals and stuff like that. It will ignore dirt completely, which is why the excavator comes in, also gives it a 3x3. So that's nice. Also, I will build a lumber axe, which, as you can see, fell trees basically is tree cavitator. If you're familiar with that mod, it's kind of an old mod, but it is still used often. It just doesn't have its own name anymore. But I will be building those next episode, showing off some of the modifiers that you can do with them. And oh, here we go, clear glass. Awesome. And then I will dig a whole bunch more and we'll get started on some real true machinery, some other ore doubling mechanics besides this. This will double your ores, but hey, it's kind of all manual. It gets old after a little while. But it's great for making the tools. See? Clear glass. Perfect. And it also connects your texture, so that's kind of nice. Well, I'm Goalimus1, and this has been episode 3, getting the smeltery set up. Adios, guys.